Hello, welcome to Polynomial Long Division, and I think you guys remember this. A lot of you guys actually did pretty good in this, so hopefully you can continue to do well, even if we're on a longer break. But yeah, let's go over it again, just in case you did forget how to do it. Okay, so let's set this up. So you're gonna divide like you did back in your elementary school days, where whatever's in back of the division sign is gonna go outside that sidewards L. So the x minus 7 goes on the outside. And whatever you have in front of the division sign is going to go inside. So just got to make sure all your x's and your powers, they're all present and accounted for. So x to the third, x squared, x to the first, x to the 0. So they're all here. Yeah. If any one of these x's were missing, make sure you fill it in with a 0 though. Okay, because if you don't fill it in with a 0, you're kind of like losing a placeholder. So think of it like a placeholder where if one of these x's are missing, just put a 0 in that spot. Yeah, just to hold the placement of the numbers. Okay, but fortunately nothing is missing, so I just write exactly what I see here. So 5x cubed minus 38x squared plus 19x plus 14. Okay, and then this x here is going to turn himself into the very front number. Okay, so 5x cubed. So if I want to turn an x into a 5x cubed, well, first of all, I think I need a 5, right? So I'll put a 5. So now this x has a 5 just like he does. Okay, but this guy only has 1x. This guy has 3 x's. So to turn 1x into 3 x's total, I need 2 more. So let's put x squared. Okay, so if I give 5x squared to him, he'll turn into 5x cubed, which is my goal, right? Because you want to make this guy match with that guy. So you have to give him whatever he needs to make it match. Okay, so once you figure out what you need to make it match, you're just going to grab this number up here, distribute it to the x and the negative 7. And you're going to write those two numbers right underneath just like that. Okay, so 5x squared times x is 5x cubed, that's no surprise. And 5x squared times negative 7, that's negative 35x squared. Okay, and back like when you guys were in elementary school, whenever you guys did long division, it was always top minus bottom. Okay, so I'm going to change this to a minus sign because that's what happens when I go top minus bottom. It's going to become 5x cubed minus 5x cubed. And in this guy, he's already a negative, so when I subtract top and bottom, this guy actually turns into a positive. Okay, so that's going to get a little confusing, yeah? Because you're going top minus bottom. So it's like negative 38x squared minus 35x squared. So the two negatives make a positive. Okay, so just keep in mind that you're just going to make these two signs, yeah, the opposite of what they previously were when you subtract top from bottom. Okay, and if you can remember that little key fact, then this step won't give you any issues. Okay, so let's subtract, and if you do this correctly, these first set of numbers should always disappear. If these first set of numbers don't disappear, you messed up somewhere. Okay, so I just have to go to here, negative 38x squared plus 35x squared. So that's going to make negative 3x squared. Then you drop your next number, and you repeat the pattern again, right? So now your x doesn't want to turn into 5x cubed anymore. He wants to turn into negative 3x squared. Okay, so first of all, this guy is a positive x, so how do I turn him into a negative? Well, I'm going to need a negative, so therefore, let's give him a negative. Okay, this guy's a 1. How do I turn a 1 into a 3? Well, multiply by 3. Okay, this guy has a single x, this guy has two x's, right? X squared. So what do I have to give him so that he becomes x squared? I'll give him an x. Okay, so now that I have what it takes to turn x into negative 3x squared, I go negative 3x times x, negative 3x times negative 7. I distribute just like I did when I did round 1 with 5x squared times x and 5x squared times negative 5. So now I have a brand new number up top, and he's going to distribute some numbers on the outside. Okay, so negative 3x times x is negative 3x squared. Negative 3x times negative 7 is positive 21x. Okay, and once again, I'm going to change everybody to become their opposite sign because I'm going to subtract top minus bottom. So when I go top minus bottom, this guy becomes the opposite sign, so he becomes positive. This guy is already a positive, so he's going to turn negative. And that's why I changed the color so that you guys can see that there was a change that happened. Yes, you won't think, why does this say negative 21 when I had a positive 21 earlier? Yeah, so the red negative will say, yeah, I did that step as something special, just like this, right? The negative here, but I turned it into positive. So the red indicates something special happens. So just be aware of that in case you guys are taking your notes. Try to color code it so that these things stand out. Okay. All right. So if you do this correctly, what's going to happen to this first column? Well, it should cancel out. And if it doesn't cancel out, then yeah, you messed up somewhere. So yeah, this first column always should cancel out. Okay. All right. Second column. This doesn't always cancel out. If it does, then you're lucky. If it doesn't, then that's normal anyway, so don't worry about it. Okay, so positive 19 minus 21 is negative 2, so negative 2x. And then I drop down to positive 14. Okay, so now we have a brand new target that x wants to turn into. Yeah, so he's currently an x, he wants to become negative 2x. So he's positive now, he wants to become negative, so therefore I think I need a negative. He's a 1 right now, how do I turn a 1 into a 2? Well, I multiply by 2. Okay, he's a single x, that's a single x. So do I need any more x's, right? No, right? I needed x's the previous time because he was a single x, this guy had 3, so I needed 2 more. He was a single x, this guy had 2, so I needed 1 more. Yeah, but in this last scenario, this is a single x, and that's a single x, so I don't need to give any more x's to turn him into negative 2x. All I need to give him is a negative 2. Okay, so I'm going to do last round, negative 2 times these two things on the outside. So negative 2x, right? And then positive 14. Okay, and let's change up my signs by making him the opposite. So this is negative, he turns positive. This other guy is positive, so he's going to turn negative. Okay, and when I combine the things, when I add them all up, top and bottom, negative 2x plus 2x is 0, and 14 minus 14 is 0. Okay, so we got lucky. This worked out nice. Yeah, but as I told you guys during class, the long division problems that we give you, they're not going to have remainders, so you're going to have zeros at the end. Yeah, eventually you're going to get other teachers that when they make you guys do long division, they're not going to always have remainder 0. Yeah, so, but in this particular case, since I want to get you guys good with the process, then yeah, I put zeros at the end so that you know if you're on the right track. Yeah, kind of like your way of checking your answer without being told to do so. Okay, so your final answer for this problem is going to be 5x squared minus 3x minus 2. And you're done. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.